Today we are going to take up thermodynamics. In thermodynamics, we will be studying the energy changes in chemical reaction. Chemical reaction takes place as a result of bond breaking and bond formation. Energy is required to break the bond and energy is released when bond is formed. So during chemical reaction, some bonds are broken and new bonds are formed. And if we find the difference between the energy required to break all the bonds and energy released in formation of all the bonds, so we can calculate net energy. That is, how much energy is being absorbed or how much energy is being released. So in this chapter, we are going to calculate the energy changes taking place in a chemical reaction. We will also find out whether the reaction will take place or not. And thirdly, we will find out that to what extent the reaction will take place. And fourthly, we will find out what are the driving forces for the chemical reaction to take place. That is, what are the factors which are responsible for chemical reaction to take place. So thermodynamics is the branch of physical chemistry which deals with the study of thermal changes or energy changes accompanying a physical or chemical transformation. We can also call it chemical reaction. First, we take up law of conservation of energy. Total energy of the system and its surrounding remains constant, although it can be transformed from one form to another. That is, energy remains conserved during a chemical reaction, and excess of energy is released, and if there is shortage of energy, if there is a difference of energy between reactants and products, so some energy will be absorbed, but total energy remains conserved. Now we can very well ask, if there is law of conservation of energy, then why there is energy crisis? The reason is that the one form of energy gets converted into another form. That is, energy is used in doing work. So that is the reason that we have problem of energy crisis. If you use non-renewable sources of energy, there will be energy crisis. But if we use renewable sources of energy, then we will able to solve the problem of energy crisis. Now we are going to take up some basic terms which will we need to understand thermodynamics. The first we are taking system and surrounding. System is the portion of universe which is under investigation for our study. That is, in chemistry, the portion of test tube where reaction is taking place is called system. Now, what is surrounding? It is system is separated from the rest of universe by a real or a imaginary boundary. That is, the remaining portion of the universe excluding the system is called surroundings. In chemistry, leaving the portion of test tube where reaction is taking place, everything else is the part of surrounding in the universe. Now in this diagram we have shown you the system. So in beaker the system is labeled and everything else around the beaker is called surrounding, and system plus surrounding is called universe. Next we are taking SI unit or IUPAC convention follows SI unit. Heat absorbed by the system is taken as plus Q, that is positive SI unit. Heat released by the system is taken as minus Q or negative SI unit. Work done by the system is taken as negative, whereas work done on the system is taken as positive. The SI unit of work is expressed in joules, and 1 joule is equal to 10 to the power 7 ergs or 1 Newton meter or 1 kilogram meter square second minus 2. Usually SI units are frequently used. Now expression for pressure volume work. All kinds of pressure volume work is expressed as W is equal to minus P delta V. Delta V is change in volume. P is external pressure. Sometimes we write P external. So W is equal to minus P delta V. Now if The above expressions satisfy the sign convention as follows. If there is expansion means delta V is positive. Delta V is V2 minus V1. V2 is final volume. V1 is initial volume. If it is positive, the W will be negative. Because delta V is positive, so W comes out to be negative. That is, some work will be done by the system against external pressure. For compression, delta V is negative. Delta V means V2 minus V1 is negative, so W will become positive. So during compression, some work is done on the system by external pressure. Next, we are taking first law of thermodynamics. First law of thermodynamics states the total energy of universe remains constant and it may change from one form to another. Mathematical expression for first law of thermodynamics is delta U is equal to Q plus W. Delta U is internal energy change. What is internal energy? It is energy stored in a substance. So delta U is change in internal energy when system undergoes any process. Delta U is equal to Q plus W. Q is heat supplied to the system or heat taken out from the system. W can be work done on the system or by the system. For the system which involves only pressure volume work, then W can be substituted as P delta V. So delta U will be equal to Q minus P delta V. Here P is external pressure.